But now I get the opportunity. My oldest son's 13 and my younger son's 8, so I get to get them in and kind of teach them a little bit about the car.
Welcome back to Christina's Garage at Gearhead in Training. I'm in San Antonio, Texas, visiting my friend Janet, and her husband James has a '69 Mustang, and after hearing some of his story, I thought it'd be really cool to share it with you guys. So how long have you had this Mustang, and can you tell us a little bit about the backstory behind it?
Sure, most definitely. So I've actually had it since I was in high school, about 1995. It's actually what brought me and my dad together. Pretty much every screw that could come off the car came off. We painted it ourselves. Car's never been in an actual shop. It's kind of really how I learned to be a gearhead. When we originally got it, the front had been wrecked. The engine ran, but it had the old C4 automatic that was no good. So we actually found a parts car for $600 at the time that had all the fenders, hood, and had a working transmission, but not a working engine. So we just kind of took the two cars, put them together. We did do a little bit of work on the engine as well. It's got a 302 with 351 Windsor heads. We put a little Lunati 488 cam and some little fun stuff in there. I always wanted a stick shift, so I actually found the transmission with all the linkage and everything on somebody getting rid of it for like 125 bucks. So we converted it to a 3-speed, and then with some of the parts left over from the other car, ended up doing some horse trading, got a T10 top loader and put a Hurst shifter on it. Carried me through while I was in the military. I would drive it cross country where I was stationed out at Camp Pendleton, where I met my wife. And then we came back, we started having kids, life started getting busy, so unfortunately it kind of sat for a while. But now I get the opportunity. My oldest son's 13 and my younger son's 8, so I get to get them in and kind of teach them a little bit about the car. And we'll be working on starting to restore it here this year. Some of the things I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of clean up the engine. I might do a little bit of work on the heads. Right now we're probably somewhere around 360, 380. I want to get it to about maybe 400 horse. At the time, it's got a 273 freewheel, and we just left it that way because I was doing so much cross-country driving. But I'm going to do some work on that. And,
what's the freewheel?
So that means only one wheel turns, right?
Oh, okay.
Back in the era, you either had a Positrack, a limited slip, or freewheel. Freewheel, only one wheel turns. Positrack, both wheels turn the same time all the time.
I didn't know that.
And the limited slip, they both turn, but as you take a corner, the outer wheel spins faster and the inner one slows down to prevent you from barking off the road.
That's really cool.
And I'm sure things, since I've really been into it, the rear ends have probably come a long ways even since then.
And you mentioned with this car, you kind of wanted to try to keep it like as original or not do as much of a resto mod, keep it more traditional.
Right, exactly. I'm going to leave it with my 625 Carter manual choke carburetor. I'm going to leave my 4-speed with the Hurst shifter. Really mechanically, the only thing I'm going to do different is the rear end. I'm going to change the gears out, kind of debating on myself whether I want to go with 355s or 373s. I don't want to get too crazy. I'm not building a dragster, just something to have fun on the weekends with. And then, like I said, I may or may not, once I get it all running and everything, I'm going to do another compression test. I didn't really do much with the 351 Windsor heads when I first put them on, so I might take them off, port and polish them, or I may just get a wild hair and just, they have so many new modern day heads, I may just slap a new pair on there and call it good. Excited to start working on it again. It was always a fun hobby of mine. So. And
now you have a shop, because you didn't have a shop before, right?
Yeah, I know. And at our old house, that's what made it so hard. Our old house was kind of in the neighborhood, and we just had a really small driveway. It was just tiny and not really any space to do anything.
So now you can make this shop your own, and a big thing that I noticed right when I walked in the garage is the paint job. I like that it has like the metallic color to it too. Janet told me that you guys actually painted it.
We did, actually, when we had it all apart, and we painted it piece by piece. So the car was originally white, and as you walk around, you can kind of see some spots where the paint's kind of worn off. That's down to the primer, but like on the passenger door. I don't think I'm going to paint it again this time. I think I'm going to go get it actually like an actual detail. Again, I was in high school. If you really look close, when I get it all waxed up, you can see a little bit of sanding imperfections and things of that. But I've always appreciated that because it just gives it character.
Well, it's something you can say you did it too, which is super cool. When you do decide to get it painted again, are you going to keep it the same color?
I'm going to keep it the exact same color.
Yeah. Blue's my favorite color, so
yeah,
that's awesome.
Mine as well.
Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your story. And are you thinking of maybe posting on social media as you do the build at all, or just keeping it to yourself and your kiddos?
I don't do the social media thing at all. Like I quit doing that. My wife Janet does, but it's like
she's off to the side over here watching us.
Yeah, I'm just not that guy. But I'm sure Janet will be putting stuff on hers and whatever.
Yeah, and post it, especially since you got your kiddos. It'd be cool to have like pictures and video of you guys working on it together, because that's one thing that I didn't get to do with my dad. That's why I'm going to be doing mine now, is because we didn't get to do it together. But it would be cool memories to have pictures and video of you guys working on together, and inspiring other people to do it too. So if Janet wanted to post it, I think I would definitely love to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So their oldest son, Job, has a YouTube, so maybe they'll be doing that. And if you guys are curious and following more on this journey, just let me know, and then I can, once I get that information, I'll be able to provide that for you guys to be able to follow along. So thank you so much, James. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to see how the project continues.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll keep you posted.